Jelly. Jelly, adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers. But that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your fun?
Do flowers have best friends?
I don't know. Hey, look.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
In the wake of a disaster, what one thing can you send that will help people the most? A blanket, a tent, a sandbag, a doctor. Actually, if you send a monetary donation, you send all these things. Even a small donation can make a big impact and can quickly become exactly what people affected by disaster need most.
In the wake of a hurricane, your monetary donation can make a huge difference to those in need. To donate, visit supporthurricanerelief.org. That's supporthurricanerelief.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Welcome to Midnight Madness.
I look at Midnight Madness for the novice as the gateway drug to the festival experience.
Midnight Madness, Midnight Madness, Midnight Madness, yeah.
Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it.
And now the Midnight Madness Show. Here's your host, the DJ Doctor.
Well, hello everybody. I am Mark, your DJ Doctor, coming to you live from Manchester, Tennessee. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. I got with me former sniper for the CIA, Jason, the hillbilly undercover heartthrob.
That's right.
What are you doing?
Won't you be my neighbor?
Your 900 voice. Hi, my name is Jason. What are you doing there? That scared me.
I'm your hillbilly heartthrob.
They can't hear you. Well, that is the man with the big voice, is the hillbilly heartthrob. How are you doing?
I am absolutely wonderful today, sir.
Sir? Did my dad just walk in or something? Wow, I feel older, but I want to...
Well, you are older. You had a birthday just recently.
Yes, I did.
You're now 102.
I am now 102. Thank you, Jason. And I just cut your pay in half. Why don't you introduce the person to your extreme left?
We have the one that makes us look good.
Yes. If she wasn't here, we'd be just radio without video. That's for sure.
That's for sure. Miss Velvet Presley.
How you doing, Rebecca?
I'm good, but I'm sad to see that the Opera City stage in New York has closed permanently after 3 years of $20s and $30 million losses.
When you lose $120 million in 3 years, one, I want to know how you afford to stay open 3 years. And two, how did you lose $120 million in 3 years? So,
hey, how about number 3? How in the heck did you lose?
Yeah, I don't know. So, anyways, we want to say hey to Brian down in Pulaski. Brian, unfortunately, his mic is unavailable tonight, so we're just going to kind of everyone look at your computer screen and wave. There he is. Brian, you can say hey.
My mic stand is broke, so I'm like, may not be able to grab the mic right away like I normally do.
Okay, well, Brian, I loaned you 50 cents the other day for our budget, so I mean I'm kind of tapped out now for the rest of the month. So, well, you doing okay down in Pulaski?
Yeah, pretty good.
Good. we want to say hey to Chris at heatfmradio.com out there in New York. Thank you, Heat, for putting us all over his airwaves. And Brian, are we able to announce our new syndicated place down there? Are we on their radio station tonight? Is this our first night with them?
Absolutely.
So we're with Ear Rockin' Radio.com is syndicating our show out of Muscle Shoals, basically Sheffield, Muscle Shoals area. So we want to thank Lisa and all the people down there in Muscle Shoals. Thank you for getting us on your station. So, Gina, you're the first one to be on with Ear Candy Rockin' Radio. So you're the first one. You're the guinea pig. So if they cancel us, we're going to blame you. So that's okay. Other than that, we'll talk more about in the half hour what's coming up. Jason, why don't you introduce our guest tonight?
Absolutely, because if it wasn't for her, they'd be stuck listening to us all night. We don't want that.
They don't want that.
We have Miss Gina Jones.
Miss Gina Jones.
Thank you.
I've seen her name. We've talked on the phone a couple of times. We've seen her live once. I've seen her on Facebook about 1,000 times. We finally got you in the same room with us to do this. So a little under the weather today here. You're a little cold.
Yeah, I'm fighting a little bit of a sinus cold or something like that.
Well, we're just going to make you sing the whole time then, so that'd be fine. Now, what we're going to do is have you kick off a song real quick, and then we're just going to get to find out more about you.
Okay.
So what tune would you like to play?
I'm going to do a new one that I just wrote with Kelly Johnson.
Okay.
It's called My Next Ex. Standing over there in your tight t-shirt, slick back hair and your painted on jeans. I can tell you're an outlaw the way you keep looking at me. Oh Lord, here I go again. Straight back to that familiar sin. You look like somebody who could kiss my mouth and take my breath. Come on, dive right in. You look like somebody who would leave my heart and hair a mess. You look like my next ex. If I'm gonna be bad, gonna do it up good, we could strike a match and light this town on fire. Heating up, no cooling down. The flames get higher and higher. Baby, you just might be the next man of my dreams. You look like somebody who could kiss my mouth and take my breath. Come on, dive right in. You look like somebody who could leave my heart and hair a mess. You look like my next ex. I'm as good as it gets. Maybe you ain't seen nothing like me yet. You look like somebody who could kiss my mouth and take my breath. Come on, dive right in. You look like somebody who could leave my heart and hair a mess. You look like my next ex. My next ex. Thank you.
Very nice. We got Miss Gina Jones with us tonight. So, Gina, let's get to find out about you. Where are you from originally?
Well, from two different places.
That's hard to do.
They popped me out in Idaho, and then we moved to Missouri, so I was kind of a half-breed.
Oh,
Missouri
okay.
and an Idahoan.
So you're actually born in Idaho.
Yes.
So you like potatoes? Sorry. That's
Well, this is funny because
joke.
I knew you were going to go there. They used to tell me that they were driving through Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was a bit of a gypsy.
Okay.
And so they said, well, we were just driving through Idaho, and we saw this cute little baby sitting out in a potato patch, and we decided to pick you up.
There you go.
And that's what they used to tell me.
Isn't she a cute
Too
little
funny.
sprout? Is that what they were saying? Could have called you Sprout versus Gina. So
there you go.
Or Spud.
So you went from there to, where'd you say, Missouri?
We ended up in Missouri, and we stayed there till I was about 12, and then we moved back to Idaho.
Okay.
So, and then I left home at 15, so I didn't really live in Idaho that long.
Okay. So most of your life was in Missouri. Was the music scene going on down there? Is that how did you get involved in the music?
Yes, I had we were in a family band.
Okay.
And my brothers and sisters, and then when I turned 9, my one sister got married, and she was only 16. She got married, and then she left, and she played the bass. So I took her place.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were actually in Lake of the Ozarks in Branson before it ever became what it is today.
Right.
And we opened for, we won the Sedalia State Fair several times, and we opened for like Justin Tubb and Dottie West and, people like that when I was little.
Cool.
And then I ended up in Nashville at 14, cutting a single with my brother, and we got signed to the old Universal Records. And that was our first heartbreak.
First heartbreak,
Of course,
huh?
they dropped everybody off the label when they merged in with another company.
Right.
So all the newbies, you know how that goes. They dropped everyone.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So I've been in it
Welcome
forever.
to Nashville, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So the family band, what did you call the family band?
It was called Ozark Rhythm Airs.
Oh, that's pretty cool. At least it wasn't called the Spud family.
Spud
It wasn't.
Sorry, I'm going to be on this potato joke the rest of the
It's
night.
fine.
Well, let's go ahead and cleanse the palate off the potatoes thing. Why don't we go ahead and have you do another song real quick? Tell us a little bit about it, how it come to be, and play it
Well,
for us.
I wrote this one with Gerald Smith, and
we love
he was
Gerald.
one of my mentors for the past 6 months or so.
So she's a
and-
name dropper too.
Well, I think he's a precious man, and we wrote so many songs together, so many great songs.
He plays like Chet, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the way he plays.
The story behind that is they were doing the benefit for Clinton Gregory.
Okay.
We were there,
Oh, yeah.
and Gerald was sitting next to me, and everybody kept saying, "Well, I wrote this with Gerald." I said, "Gerald, these people are just name droppers."
Nice.
So he yells, "Name dropper!"
He's hilarious. He's
He
really
is.
funny.
He cracks me
Yeah.
up.
So anyway, I went into his office one day. We had already written a couple songs, and I had brought this idea up a time before about one of my ex-marriages. Take note, because I know you're going to tease me about that one too.
No, you don't know us that well, Gina, yet.
It's okay though.
I think she's been watching.
She must.
It's all out
They
there
tipped her
already.
off. Yeah.
But anyway, I had this song title called Best of Me. Now, there is another guy out there that has a song that's totally different than this, and it's out on the radio.
Okay.
And I wanted to write this because I wanted to say that person did not get the best of me.
Okay.
So Gerald came in one morning, and he had this melody. I gave and I gave and I gave and I gave and I gave some more. But you took and you took and you took till I couldn't take no more. I think that you thought that you'd broken my heart, thinking I'd give up on love, being lost, never finding the one I was dreaming of. I've got news for you. You didn't get the best of me. There's a part of me that still believes there's someone out there who will be everything you couldn't be. Oh, and that's when you'll see that you didn't get the best of me. I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried some more. But you lied and you lied and you lied till I walked right out that door. Now you're back on your knees begging me, baby, please take me back again. But I won't, 'cause I don't feel the same playing games that I can't win. Just in case you can't see, you didn't get the best of me. There's a part of me that still believes there's someone out there who will be everything you couldn't be. Oh, and that's when you'll see you didn't get the best of me. Someday someone is gonna come along and he'll get what you could have had all along. 'Cause you didn't get the best of me. There's a part of me that still believes there's someone out there who will be everything you couldn't be. Oh, and that's when you'll see that you didn't get the best of me. No, you didn't get the best of me. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Nice, nice. The one thing Gina and I have in common, we're both wearing the same shoes tonight.
Yeah, I could.
All right, no, I left those shoes at home. I didn't want to take time to paint my nails, you know. So, Gina,
Wow.
when Universal dropped you, what was the next step for you? You said you had your heart broke, but what would you do from there?
Well, it was a big heartbreak because they shipped it was a time where the UPS was taking a break, or it was a strike.
Okay.
They shipped all of our records, and they threw them out in the snow in
What?
the middle of Colorado. And so by the time we got our records, they were almost all of them warped. We had to go through each one of those records and find out which ones we could sell to, to make our money back for the trip to Nashville and all that, So, yeah, it was kind of it was a double heartbreak, but that's okay, it made me stronger. So.
Wow. Yeah, I'd have been a little heated at that point in time. But
it was pretty bad.
So after you get your albums figured out which one you could salvage and sell, that got you back to Nashville?
No, well, I've had a really rough life. So we're actually writing a book right now, and TBN has signed it. Their publishing department has signed it.
Okay.
It's called Pretty Little Outlaw, because I was kind of I grew up outlaw. I just really did, All the time I was 9 with the moonshine and all this stuff, and singing in the honky-tonks and drinking on my breaks. My fiddle player would sneak me drinks on my, I grew up preconditioned to kind of that type of lifestyle. So when I was 15, I ran away from home, and I ended up married at 16. And then, I went through a lot of life experiences, and eventually I moved back to Nashville.
Okay.
And I've been here in Nashville about over 20-something years.
Okay.
However, I left for a little while and came back.
Okay.
So in that time period, I've done a lot of things, in Nashville.
You've been busy. We'll have to wait for the book to come out to get the whole story.
Yeah.
When do you think the book will actually hit the market? Is it late
in the
of
fall?
the year?
Probably in the fall. We're probably going to have it done by the end of, August-ish, and then it'll hit the market after that.
Okay. Now, since we're there, let's talk about social media. You got stuff iTunes or stuff up for sale? You got EP up for sale?
I do.
The book will be up for sale. It'll be off your links. What's your website? What's your social stuff?
Well, I'm signed with Daisy J Music. My publisher's in the house, Tucker.
There, Tucker.
Tucker Bowler.
You can't see him, just wave off to the left of your screen.
He has me up on daisyjmusic.com. So that's one site. And then I also have a Reverb Nation. You can just look up Gina Jones Reverb Nation. And I have a lot of songs on there. And then I have a CD Baby, and I'm on Spotify and Amazon and iTunes and all that. So it's Gina Jones.
Okay. Excellent. So you got a lot of stuff on abroad, and that's what you got to do these days.
Yeah.
And it's nice when it's online and digital. That way you don't have to go digging through the snow to find it.
Yeah, this is true.
But wasn't it not cool to have your name on vinyl?
It's wonderful. I still have those records.
Oh, do you?
I have one of each. Like I made one when I was 9 with the band, and I played. We just made one to sell, you know, and so all the brothers and sisters were on that. I played the bass on it, and one side is North to Alaska, and I don't remember what the other side is, but it's very cool to have that as a keepsake.
I had my very first vinyl. I don't remember seeing where it went to. It's probably under one of these storage things here, or it was thrown in the trash a few months ago. But it's pretty cool to have the very first vinyl I was ever on. It's got your name on it. You're like, well, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm still looking to get my first vinyl done.
Well, you need to hurry up and get in the studio and get that done so we can get vinyl cut. But I think it's just a cool medium that you got a 45 or an album that's got your name on it. I mean, that's just
now, Gina,
it makes you feel like you made it, you know.
Now, Gina, how many copies of those records do you have?
I just have one of each. I think my brothers and sister might have a few, but I'm not sure.
Well, we can't steal them for our vinyl show then. Speaking of the vinyl show, let's go ahead and kick it out real quick.
Well, since you segued into
it. We do a vinyl show once a month. This month we're going to be on location at Ernest Tubb Record Store, downtown Nashville. We're going to be spinning records for 8 hours, and I got a confirmation today that we're going to have a young lady stopping in to see us, Miss Christy Woolley, who is the daughter of Sheb Woolley.
Or Ben Colder.
Or Ben Colder, yes, for country music. She's going to come in, and we're going to do a short little interview with her and play a couple of her dad's songs. And
I'm going to try not to call her Deb Woolley.
Yeah. And I'm trying to work on a couple more surprises.
You've got a few in the pocketbook that you're working on. But we're going to be spending mostly country that day, so we're going to be doing a lot of country. Now, we've been there a couple times before. A little over a year ago was the last time we were there. So Jason has got a whole new lineup of stuff. And then, of course, Terry that runs it there, he will bring us over new selections of stuff. So if you're anywhere in the area of Ernest Tubbs Record Shop, which is downtown in the Lower Broad, make sure you stop on by. I think it's at 417 Broadway. I think so. Come on down and say hey to us. If you want us to spin a record, we'll probably have it in stock for you to listen to. And I'm looking forward to get back there.
Me too. It's been over a year. I enjoy doing the all-country stuff.
They've remodeled it since you and I have been there last, and we've been a couple of times. We haven't performed there since then, but it's beautiful in there. Terry's done a masterful job. So thank you, Terry, for keeping that whole nostalgia thing going on. I bet they got killed with the draft downtown. I bet they got hammered downtown with the draft.
I'm sure.
I hope they did well. So get on down there and check that out. We'd love to see you live. I made some new friends last year from Saskatchewan and Nova Scotia. That they stay in touch with us. They Facebook friends, and they stay in touch, and they may even pop on here in just a little bit. So it's pretty cool. Let's get back to Gina. Let's find another song in your playlist, and let's go ahead and have you play us a tune. That'll get us. My phone don't want to work here. I was gonna say that'll get us to where I can make another quick announcement, and then we'll roll off in the second half of the show.
So these are new songs I'm playing. They'll be on my next album.
Oh, good. Tucker's going, get that stuff out there.
Yeah. So this is a song. Is anybody named Stan? No, just anybody in Facebook land named Stan?
Not yet that we know of, but we're going to get a list of Stans to jump on here in a minute.
Gerald Smith and I wrote this one. It's pretty funny. Well, there ain't no telling where Stan might be tonight. Any VFW, honky-tonk or die. He'll be strutting his stuff off that old dance floor, looking for some bodies he ain't never had before. A one-night stand, that's what they call him. one-night stands. Only game he plays, a one-night stand, precedes his reputation. If you're real, real special, you might be a 2-day stay. His belt buckle is bigger than his cowboy hat. His Stetson cologne is louder than an alley cat. His southern charm sure can melt some hearts. He attracts more women than a foreign sports car. A one-night stand, oh, that's what we call him. A one-night stand, only game he plays. A one-night stand precedes his reputation. If you're real, real special, you might be a 2-day stay. And he's coming to honky tonk near you. Watch your wives, your daughters, and your grandmas too. One night stand, you're making me laugh. That's what they call him. A one night stand, the only game he plays. A one night stand precedes his reputation. If you're real, real special, you might be a 2-day stay. One night stand, he's one hell of a man. That one night stand.
Just,
Very nice.
Just call me Stan.
Stan. You are Stan the man.
Stan
huh,
the
Jason?
man, yeah.
All right.
My brother's name is Stan.
Uh-oh.
We don't get along.
I want to say hey to a couple of people that's online out there. We got a lot of new people on there. I have never recognized any of these names before. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully they're a bunch of Gina's friends. But we've got a lot of friends amongst that, so it's hard to keep track of all of them. But I want to say hey to Wayne Black is online, a good friend of ours. Wayne, thank you for getting online. Dan Logan Sr. is on tonight.
Hey,
Logan,
Danny.
keep playing them drums, brother. You know, I got to get out and see you. If you're playing in Tullahoma sometime soon, let me know. I'd love to come down and jam with you guys. So
Now, he played behind Hunter.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he played behind Hunter Girl.
Was down at the Winchester?
In Winchester, yeah.
During the rainstorm that came up there. So Dan Logan Sr. played behind her. Was Fuzz playing bass?
No,
No?
Fuzz wasn't there.
Okay. Fuzz is usually pretty busy with Jim Brown and his band. Who do you got? Anyone over there in particular, Jason?
Yeah, actually I do. We have Allie Seeley.
Allie, she's going to be on the show soon.
Yeah, Kathy Lynn Michaels, David Graham.
Oh, yeah. Hey, David.
Michael Brock, and Jamie Mofsky.
We got a lot of them. Yeah, I've got someone here, I can't even pronounce her name, and I don't even want to. So apparently that's some of our international friends in there. And not that I don't want to pronounce your name, but I don't want to butcher your name live on the international radio. So thank you for tuning in. We're getting a lot of hits on Facebook, and my watch party is working on my phone. I'm shocked. You've been in the business now for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of years. What's been some of the biggest high points? You talked about you had some low points with Universal and your stuff in the snow.
Yeah.
What's been some of the big mountaintops for you?
Well, I was with a band, and we opened for over 30-something Opry stars. You know, on the road, I did a duet with Jim Ed Brown.
Oh, cool.
And different things like that. I met all the genies.
Okay.
And Porter Wagner and Bobby Bear, and just all the greats were there. And that was called United Opry Shows in Florida is where we'd mainly go. And then I also, you think about some different things. I had mentors such as Harlan Howard. Mm-hmm. He mentored me for about 6 months when I was in my 20s. Okay. And then Vern Gosden. And then Tony Day. Tony Day wrote a lot of stuff for Loretta and Conway. And then I most recently had Gerald Smith. So I've really been blessed with great mentor songwriters in my life. And I've learned a few things, you know. So
that's good.
It's wonderful to, in part now, being signed with Tucker at Daisy J on Music Row. I bring all the young ones that I can write with. Mm-hmm. I bring them in, and then now I'm able to impart into them what was imparted to me, so it's a blessing for me.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So,
what do you want to do from here on out? You got like you say, a book coming out, and you got music out. You still want to continue doing the music scene?
Well, I'm going to do the book thing, and it's going to have an album with it, and there'll be like a listening room type tour where the book is spoken, like a spoken word type thing, and then we'll go into a song about that chapter. My life has been so full of turmoil, at my own hands, as well, and the things that came out of that were not great. But now everything has come full circle to where I am different. I'm a believer in Jesus, and my life has come full circle. So I'm different. I'm funny still, or whatever. I feel like that we don't have to be a stick in the mud to be a believer.
Right.
But my life now, I have to go shine my light into the darkest of places, no matter where it is. Because I've been there. So that's what I'm called to do, and I'm called to speak out and own my mistakes so that I can pull other people out. Now, my niece was going down some wrong pathways, and she ended up, she wasn't messed up as per se when she ended up getting killed, but she was killed in a motel room. So, I'm not only doing that for me, I'm also stepping out for all women who've, they've done a lot of bad things in their life, but they don't deserve to be killed, or they don't deserve to have such a horrible life that they are broken forever.
Oh, yeah. Right.
So that's who I'm called to speak to.
Commend you for that. That's
Now, you said you're having the book read.
Yeah,
have you picked the person doing the reading?
No, I'll be doing the reading,
okay.
And then we'll, break into a song.
Nothing like William Shatner or something.
So it's kind of a new thing that's been going on in the UK for a while, but is it Rick Springsteen or someone did it with the book, I think.
Okay.
And what he did was he read, portions of it, and then they would have music playing, like a cajon and stuff, like really, really cool.
Like the old hippie days.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So
I
it's
just
going
thought
to be
of
sort of
this.
like that.
Oh, no. You thought of something.
William Shatner reading her book. There's records in the snow. There's records in the snow. There's.
Did you see what she did? No. She did what? No.
I'm not going to go where else I was thinking on that one. So let's go ahead and do one more song, Gina, real quick, so we can get off this weird, William Shatner thing we got going on here. And then I'm going to come up with a couple of announcements, and then we'll rattle on to the rest of the show. So what's the next one you like to do? Capo is on 3 now. Oh, nope, she moved it to 5.
We want to keep on the funny vibe because the people out there might like it.
Okay.
Here's a song that I wrote with Destiny and Marty McCarrick. Save that drama for your mama. I don't need no little boy. You better cut those apron strings, 'cause honey, I'm the real thing. I'm not some play toy. Save that drama for your mama. I don't need no little boy. You got 2 or 3 girls trying to get your cheap thrills, but you don't know how to pay your own bills. You're driving me crazy 'cause you're so damn lazy, acting all shady, calling me baby, pimping in the mirror with your sexy 6-pack. Don't think another beer is gonna get me back. If you can't bring nothing to the table I bought, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Save that drama for your mama. I don't need no little boy. Save that drama for your mama. I don't need no little boy. You better cut those apron strings, 'cause honey, I'm the real thing. I'm not some play toy. Save that drama for your mama. I don't need no little boy. All right, everybody out there in Facebook land, I'm going to do a little country rapping. I think it's called rapping. Pull your man pants up, no more pants on the ground. All that swagger, drinking Jagger, chasing little girls around. You create your own drama, you're crawling back to mama. You should stay home and make your little woman holler, holler. Oh yeah, save that drama for your mama. I don't need no little boy. You better cut those apron strings, as honey, I'm the real thing. I'm not some play toy. Save that drama for your mama. I don't need no little boy. No, no, no. I don't need one. I don't need no little boy. Won't you save that drama for your mama? 'Cause I don't need no little boy. Thank you.
Now, Jason, you better watch yourself. We have the police listening to us right now.
Uh-oh.
Really?
And they are only a block and a half away from you right now. Adam Floyd, the Assistant Chief of Police, is listening to you right now. So, hey, Adam. Now, I hope Adam is still playing the drums. Adam's supposed to be playing the drums. If not, then we need to talk to Mr. Floyd. So, Adam, thank you for tuning in. We're going to make a couple of quick announcements here. So, Gina, take a half-a-minute break here real fast. But we got the Bonnaroo's coming up. We need to mention the Bonnaroo.
Yep.
We had 2 lucky winners in the Bonnaroo wristbands and parking pass events that we had. We had 2 events. Mr. Larry from McMinnville, Tennessee. And then we had Angela from the great state of North Carolina was our 2 winners. I like it that it's both of theirs very first Bonnaroo they'll ever be at. So it's their very first Bonnaroo, and they won passes from us. So that's coming up June 13th through the 16th. You got Childish Gambino, you got Hozier, you got the Avett Brothers, Cardi B. A lot of them are going to be there. And it's not just a music thing, it's a music and arts festival, so you're going to have a lot of art stuff there. And it's literally like art, and they make cajones and congas, and they make there's shirts for sale, there's artwork, and then on top of that, they got food, all kinds of different food. So it's something for everybody. There's EDM music out there, there's country music, there's some rap, and there's some heavy metal stuff. So you want to make sure you check that out. And we're going to be part of that.
My favorite part is still Thursday night.
Well, yeah, because it's got the Grand Ole Opry.
That's right.
2 shows at the Grand Ole Opry on Thursday night. Fish is going to be out there. They're also going to be doing a show on, I believe, Thursday night and then 2 on Sunday. So a lot of big names out there. I do want to draw your attention to our Facebook page. We've come a long ways on the WFMC Jams Facebook page. Leonard Skinner Memorial sign. They're working on that. This would be the 42nd.
Yes, you're correct.
Anniversary of the crash of Ronnie and all them. We go down.
I know that date very well.
Yes, because it was your birthday. But we go down and we hang with Mark Howard and Mark B. Frank and Gene Odom and some of the ones that was actually on the plane crash. We go to the ground zero at the time of the impact was to the anniversary of that day. But this year, Judy, formerly Judy Van Zant, she's going to be there to dedicate this roadside memorial marker. But they still need to raise a little bit more money. So all you Skinnerd fans, go to our WFNC Jams Facebook page. There's a GoFundMe account. They need $10,000 for this sign, and they're at like $7,200. So we got until I think another month or so before they have to have it, before they can make the sign, and it goes up in Gillsburg, Mississippi. So please be a part of that. And I think they're also making a marker to go in the hospital because so many first responders. What's that?
I have an idea.
Okay.
So for every Leonard Skinner song that you have listened to and liked, put $1 or $2 on the GoFundMe.
I can't hear you at all.
Oh, is that better? I just went a little lower.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, that would be the whole thing for you. No, for every Leonard Skinner song that you've listened to and like, $1 or $2 to the GoFundMe page as a tribute.
Well, they don't need a golden mansion down there. I mean, I played Sweet Home Alabama since I was a kid. I bet you at least 10,000 times. So I would just say, make sure donate something, $1, $5, $100, anything to help get the sign on there. There's a lot of Skinner fans out there. Let's go ahead and try to help get that done.
Real quick, your May Day this weekend?
Yes, May Day is coming up this weekend. Brian, would you like to talk about May Day? Yeah, Brian, we got a couple of things we got to talk about too, I know. So would you like to say anything about May Day coming up this Saturday in Muscle Shoals?
Yeah, it's another great for another great cause. So we're going to be helping the victims from the recent flood in Tuscumbia. It's going to be a great day of music with over 12 bands. Great food, arts and crafts, raffles, all sorts of things. So if you're in the Tuscumbia area, come on down. It starts at noon and runs until throughout the night, and we'll be down there live covering for those that cannot make it. And yeah,
it's a great event. So come on down. It's at the Alabama Music Hall of Fame in Tuscumbia. So make sure you come on down there and you check that out. So, all right, I think that's all for the announcements there real quick. So let's go ahead and get Gina back doing a song and find out more about Gina.
Oh, boy. You're wearing me out today.
We're trying. We don't make this easy.
All right. This is a song that I put out. Wayne Perry produced me back right before he passed away. And so this is a special project. It's on Spotify, CD Baby, and all that. It's called You're Not the Only Heart in Town. You got good lovin', you know you do. I guess that's the trouble with a guy like you. Your pretty smile brought me a frown, but honey, you're not the only heart in town. You broke your promise, you made me cry, you had me believing all your sweet lies. You built me up just to let me down, but baby, you're not the only heart in town. There's a heart on every corner, there's a love on every street. I'm not saying that I won't miss you, but the taste is bittersweet. So don't come looking for me, thinking I'll be waiting round. 'Cause honey, you're not the only heart in town. Here's where the fiddle would be. There's a heart on every corner, there's a love on every street. I'm not saying that I won't miss you, but the taste is bittersweet. So don't come looking for me, thinking I'll be waiting round. 'Cause honey, you're not the only heart in town. No, baby, you're not the only heart in town. Ooh, yeah. Oh, baby, you're not the only heart in town. Thank you.
We have Miss Gina Jones with us tonight. You, again, I see you all over Facebook. You're all over Facebook. You're playing a lot of different places. Why don't you name drop some of the clubs you play and say hey to them?
Yeah, I do. I do host a lot of songwriter nights, and And I have hosted at the local. I've hosted at Hayes Street. But right now, currently, I'm doing the Salt and Pepper out in White Bluff, Tennessee. And then I'm also, and that's on Thursday night from 6 to 9.
Okay.
And we have a great lineup there every week. Great talent. And then on this coming Saturday, I'm at the House of Brews in Dixon, Tennessee.
Okay.
And that's with the little 14-year-old Olivia McKenna.
Okay.
We're doing a girls with guitars
cool.
type thing. And that place is packed out. We did it last Friday, and you couldn't even move in there. It was so packed.
And what time is that?
We start at 8.
At 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All that's on your Facebook page. People can find out.
It is. And then I'm going on tour out to the west. So if there's anybody out in Idaho, I'm
what a
leaving.
shot. Boise, maybe? Is that where you're heading?
Boise. And I'll be at the Boise Music Fest. And then I'll be all over Idaho from June, July, and August. And I have somebody stepping in at the Salt and Pepper to help run that for me while I'm gone.
So now how many shows do you think you're doing in that 3-month period, or roughly?
A good 20 or more.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So you're going to stay busy.
I'm booked, yeah.
Well, that's good. I like to hear that. That's one thing that's really cool, get on that summer tour.
Yeah.
And but all of it's in Idaho itself.
All of it's in Idaho right now.
That's nice.
And so it's from one end to the other, McCall, Idaho City, in the mountains, and then also in the flatlands, too. So.
That's excellent. Now, do you book your own gigs, or do you have a booking agent?
I had Wade Hudson. He's out in Idaho. He is booking me.
Good.
And he also books Dave Nudo Band, and Dave Nudo Band is a cool outlaw band, and I'm going to be opening for them.
Oh, cool.
So,
cool.
Yeah.
We wish you the best of that. Any of that going to make it on a video, or any stuff that you know of? We'll be able to see?
I'll do live feeds.
You'll do live feeds.
So it'll all be on the Facebook.
All right, so everyone's got to keep an eye out on Gina Jones's Facebook page. So, what are we looking like on time, Jason?
She's got time for her song.
She's got time for another song. Yeah, she does. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit more about a song? We'll get you to play one more, and then we'll call it a night on you. So we're asking one more song, Gina.
Well, I have to do another one that Gerald and I wrote.
All right.
Okay, because I want to make you laugh.
Well, his stuff usually does.
And this is called Mr. Know-It-All.
Okay.
He can mow the lawn, he can fix a sink, change his truck oil in 2 short blinks, rotate his own tires, build a mean fire, make anything his heart desires. But when it comes to loving, kissing and a hugging, he's romantic as a turnip green. Yeah, Mr. Know-It-All knows nothing about loving me. Mr. Know-It-All knows nothing about loving me. He ought to take a course before we get divorced on what a woman really needs. Yeah, he knows a lot of things about a lot of things, except the most important thing. Yeah, Mr. Know-It-All knows nothing about loving me. He can man the ranch, fix a commode. When the cows need hay, he can haul a load. He can swab a hog, saw down a tree, barbecue a steak as tasty as you please. But when I'm standing in my nightie, trying to excite him, he acts like he can't see. Yeah, Mr. Know-It-All knows nothing about loving me. Mr. Know-It-All knows nothing about loving me. He ought to take a course before we get divorced on what a woman really needs. Yeah, he knows a lot of things about a lot of things, except the most important thing. Yeah, Mr. Know-It-All knows nothing about loving me. Oh, he knows a lot of things about a lot of things, except the most important thing. Yeah, Mr. Know-It-All knows nothing about loving me. Oh, Mr. Know-It-All knows nothing about loving me. Mr. Know-It-All don't know nothing about loving me. I'm working up a sweat over here, y'all.
Miss Gina Jones with a little help from the Georgia Quacker, Mr. Gerald Smith. Thank you, Gina, for coming in and being part of the show here with us this time. It's finally we got you here, so thanks for having to, I guess, take one for the team. You were a little under the weather, a little sick, but you made it anyways. Thank you.
Well, I'm okay. It's just my voice did crack a little bit here and there.
Yeah, you were fine. We call that rapping. But we wish you the best on your book.
Thank you.
And then going out to Idaho and doing your tour. It sounds like you got a real busy summer, which is what we like to hear our musicians friends say, that they're real busy, and that's good. So we wish you the best on that. Make sure we look at your Facebook page and get the dates and when the book is up for sale and anything going on and the Reverb Nation. So Gina Jones, just like it sounds, make sure you check out her Facebook and her social media. Like Brian, you got anything you want to add? Or we good on your end down there?
Good to hear.
He's good there.
The
So we will see you on May Day down in Tuscumbia at the Alabama Music Hall of Fame for the May Day event. I do want to say, hey, thanks to Chris at heatfmradio.com out there in New York. Thank you for putting us on your station. And brand new, our first time on this station, Ear Candy Rock and Roll. Rock and Radio, sorry, I'm going to get that screwed up. EarCandyRockandRadio.com. Lisa and her group down there, thank you for putting us on her. She might not put us on after the next show after I just screwed up her name twice. But Ear Candy Rock and Radio. So with that, for Miss Velvet Presley, the Hillbilly Heartthrob.
That's me.
That's you. And I am Mark the DJ. Dr. Miss Gina Jones, Brian and Pulaski, we will see you all on the next Midnight Madness show. Take care.